In a world where second chances are hard to come by, Elwood Dalton, a troubled former UFC fighter, is trying to leave his past behind. He's surviving by tricking fighters in a shady underground fight. His life takes a turn when Frankie, a tough bar owner in the Florida Keys, offers him a job as a head bouncer at her wild roadhouse. At first, Dalton isn't interested. He just barely avoided death in a desperate attempt to end it all with a speeding freight train. He decides to give it a shot and hops on a bus to the roadhouse. Soon after he arrives, Dalton makes friends with Charlie, a local teen who runs a bookstore with her father, Steven. But Dalton's new job is no walk in the park. A biker gang working for the local crime boss, Ben Brent, shows up there and Dalton has to fight them off. Despite their violent entrance, Dalton even drives the injured bikers to the hospital, where he meets Ellie, a doctor who patches him up. Dalton begins staying in an old houseboat by the water and helps train the other bouncers, quickly earning respect from the locals. But things get serious when Dell, the leader of the biker gang, sneaks onto Dalton's boat with a shotgun. Dalton finds him off, throwing Dell overboard right into the jaws of a crocodile waiting below. But trouble doesn't stop there. Brent sends his dangerous enforcer, Knox, to track down Dalton. Meanwhile, Dalton starts dating Ellie, but things get complicated when the sheriff, who's also Ellie's father, warns him to leave town. Ellie reveals her father is working with Brent, who runs a huge drug empire. Brent even confronts Dalton, taunting him about a dark secret from his past, that he once accidentally killed a friend in a UFC fight. Soon after, Knox and Brent's gang attack the roadhouse, leaving Dalton badly beaten. Frankie tells Dalton that Brent has been forcing locals to sell their land so he can build a fancy resort. Dalton learns that Brent's men burned down Charlie's bookstore. He takes matters into his own hands, killing one of Brent's thugs and framing a sheriff's deputy for it. Before he can leave, the sheriff finds him and tells him that Brent has kidnapped Ellie and wants his money back. Dalton steals a motorboat filled with explosives and heads for Brent's yacht, only to find that the kidnapping was a trap. Brent really does have Ellie. With no other options, Dalton sets off the bomb, causing chaos on the yacht. He finds Ellie below deck and helps her escape as the yacht begins to sink. But Brent captures Ellie again, forcing Dalton to chase after him on another boat. In a dramatic move, Dalton rescues Ellie just as Brent is thrown onto the roadhouse's rooftop. The fight isn't over yet. Knox, enraged, crashes a stolen truck into the roadhouse, leading to a brutal final showdown. In the end, Dalton fights back and finally takes him down. Dalton leaves a trunk of a cash for them and heads out of town, disappearing on a bus. But there's one last twist. So that's how it all went down in the movie. Don't miss out on more videos like this by subscribing and turning on notifications. Thanks for watching.